I've been a wood flooring contractor for a long time and still am to some degree. I'm also the technical director here at RW. I'm back again reacting to online posts about hardwood flooring. One cup distilled water. Oh no. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. I'm not sure if hardwood flooring professionals are groaning at this or enjoying seeing future business come their way. Don't need much. Yeah, please don't do that. Don't forget to label the bottle. Label, please put in trash. Any homeowners that do this and have problems with their floors, to please direct their claims to this Instagram user. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing is people come up with all sorts of different types of cleaners to put on their floor, and probably the majority of the time it's gonna work out, but you can have problems. So I would never use water mixed with soap mixed with isopropyl alcohol. I can understand that it would work. It looks like this homeowner has like a Brazilian cherry floor with a very thick finish on that floor, and that's probably, based on my experience with exotic floors that I've seen, the type of finish that's on top, it's gonna be a lot more resistant to incorrect types of cleaners. So the correct type of cleaner is the one that the manufacturer of your floor says, hey, please clean our floor with this, because they've tested it, they know what kind of finish is on the floor, and they know what to use. But when you get anecdotal stories of like, I use this and it looks good, you are getting a sample size of one. You are getting an N of one. You flip that around to somebody like me or just another flooring professional, we get to see a lot of different types of floors. And so I've seen alcohol damage flooring for sure. I have seen soap and water damage flooring for sure. I have seen issues where entire floors need to be replaced because of soap and water. And I've seen issues where sections of floors need to be repaired because of alcohol. I would not recommend that universally. We're not gonna make it as a species, are we? Have damaged hardwood flooring? Melamine sponge can make it look so much better. Wow, okay, so yeah, I mean, certainly if you saw that video, you would want to grab one of these sponges and attack every dark mark on your floor. So I don't know what a melamine sponge is, so let's look that up. Shock, shock. Magic erasers are made from melamine sponges. Okay, so I think they have a magic eraser, which has got bleach in the sponge, and they're scrubbing off all those dark marks. Yeah, what I'll say is this is just an old worn floor in general, and I'm sure it does have some marks that are like on top of the finish. And yes, using a magic eraser sponge or a magic eraser like sponge with bleach in it can scrub dark marks off of a floor. It will also damage the finish and seal coat on top of the floor. So it depends where you want to be. Like if you have a nice looking floor and you use a magic eraser on it, it will bring the floor down to here because it'll dull it. But if in like here, you have a terrible looking floor and you use a magic eraser, it could bring it up to like here. The finished product still has a lot of places where the finish has worn off of the boards. Like the black areas are anywhere that the finish has worn off and dirt has ground down into the raw wood fiber, and the only way you're going to get rid of that is sanding the floor and starting all over again. So Magic erasers, would recommend them I would recommend them if you are fixing a one-off mark on a few boards here or there, knowing that you are going to dull or strip the finish on that board and might have to tape off and recoat that specific board. Have a Sharpie mark and you get the Sharpie mark out, and you would rather live with a dull mark in the finish than the Sharpie mark to begin with. But I would not recommend you take a melamine sponge or a magic eraser and go across your floor. This was a great example of how to polish a turd with a white sponge. Cleaning tip of the day for hardwood floor stains. Oof, I love my tips of the days. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna note is that does not look like a hardwood floor. That looks like a laminate or an LVP floor. So that looks like something made to look like hardwood, but it is not hardwood. Old reliable Bissell steam mop. We had to use the highest setting. Oh my gosh. Wow. We're using a steam mop and we're using it on the highest setting. Great. Let's see how this moves. This sounds like a funeral song for the floor. Follow for more cleaning tips. Have a bubbly day. We had to use a steam mop. Would be like saying, I am gonna use a lawnmower to trim the hair on my dog's back. Wood and water, even though this is not wood, this looks like laminate floor. So it's gonna be a little more resistant to steam, but wood and water don't mix. And a steam mop is literally forcing like hot water into the wood. It's not a good recipe for success in a floor. The melamine, if this is a laminate floor, it's probably topped with melamine and the joints are decently tight. So like doing this a few times on a laminate floor or even a wood floor, you're probably not gonna see a lot of damage. But if you keep doing that to the floor and you keep forcing moisture in there, I say that, you could see damage the very first time you do it. So I wouldn't even do it once, just like drugs, not even once. The more you do that and the more you force moisture in there, over time, what they're gonna see on their laminate floor is they're gonna see the joints where the planks come together start to peak up and peel back, because they are forcing moisture down into those joints, into the resin wood core of the product, and it's going to expand it, and then eventually like that whole top layer could start peeling back from the joints. If you do that on a wood floor, what you're going to see is you're going to see the finish start to strip off of the wood. You're going to see potential moisture stains, cup planks, things like that. But probably mostly what you'll see is just damage to the finish. The finish will probably turn like a ghosty white over time, or it'll start to turn really dark black or dark gray or brown in the grain of the wood, because you forced water down into the grain of the wood and cause the coating to release from down in the grain of the wood, because the grain of the wood are basically like miniature straws that are going to absorb moisture, expand, contract, expand, contract every time you get it wet and it dries, and it gets wet and it dries, and eventually the coating's just going to strip back from that, and the dirt's going to go down. It's not going to be repelled by that coating. It's going to grind into the grain of the wood, and you're going to have a very dingy looking floor, likely with kind of this ghosty finish that's peeling back from the actual wood. So, I mean, if you just play this over and over again, it'll definitely sound happy as you're ruining your wood floor. So I would not do that. Let's see what the comments are. Let's see. Steam mop will ruin your floor. Oh my gosh. It's your boy Dano out there doing the Lord's work in the comment section. Thank you. Moisture, you don't want to basically inject that into the wood. Hey, it's your boy Dano. I'll buy you dinner if you ever come to Denver, Colorado. This has been me reacting to hardwood flooring maintenance posts online, trying to give you the best hardwood flooring maintenance advice that I can, although it does look like I might be losing that battle because I do not have nearly as many followers as some of these posts. But appreciate you watching. Leave any questions or comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.